Hi everyone, so in this video we're going to be taking a look into Moog's fairly new Moogerfooger effects plugins. So you can buy these individually or you can buy them as part of a bundle, and they're based on the old Moogerfooger effects units that are heavily used in studios, mostly on as sort of guitar pedals or effects pedals. But what we're going to look at today in this video is sort of how we can use them creatively in electronic music and dance music, things like that. So I'm going to just dive into the plugins straight away and have a look at what they're capable of. There's maybe just over a handful of different effects. So we'll experiment with them together, see what they're good at, and then I'm going to build a little loop and see how we can use them and put them into action. So let's dive into an empty project and let's make a start. So first of all, what we'll do is we'll just look at some of the, well, all of them basically, and what they do, and the interfaces and things like that. So if I go into plugins, I downloaded the VST 3 version. I've got this as a 7-day free trial, and that gives you access to all of them. You can, as I said before, buy them all individually if there's some that you like specifically, or you can buy them as a full bundle, which I would probably recommend doing because they're all pretty good. So I've got this little loop going. I'm just going to need to make sure that you guys can hear this. So basically, nothing special. I've got some different sounds in there so we can try it on lots of different things. Loops. So you've got a filter, you've got a ring mod, you've got phaser delay, the Murph freak box, cluster flux, and the saturator. So my favourites, I really like the delay, the Murph, the freak box, and yeah, they all are good for different uses. So what we'll do first of all is we'll just maybe try the filter. So I'm going to solo this channel here. And this is how the interface looks. They all look pretty similar, and they've all got like different controls, obviously. So you've got envelope controls here. You've also got a filter on there, obviously, as it is a filter. You've got your resonance, as you would have usually. And this is your cut-off where you're sweeping through the frequencies. So let's just solo that. That's obviously your transient, so your envelope. That's your low pass. It is a low pass filter. It might be worth trying this on the like a drum loop or something. Really nice sounding filter. Nothing special really. So you've got various different settings, presets on there as well, so you can use it as a more of like a modulating filter like this. So I can imagine that'd be good for applying effects on breakdowns and just a little bit of movement on things. Try it on some other stuff. If I drag it back onto this channel here. So yeah, it's quite a handy little filter. So that's the filter. This ring mod is really cool. So really trippy stuff like that. So this is your modulator. You can sync it to the LFO to the. So this is without. Add like harmonics. Change the wave shape there of the LFO. So you got the frequency there. So that, I can imagine this would be a really good thing to add to perks of vocals, or just synths like that. Yep, so that's the ring mod. You've then got this phaser, which is really cool. And the presets are pretty good. So you got the sweep through the resonance here. Sync the LFO. To be honest, I think there are better phases out there. Doesn't really excite me too much, to be honest. But the delay is excellent. So let's just have a little play with that. So you can sync the time, you can sync the LFO. Hey, that's A. So you say you got a vocal or something. Really nice tail on it. Yeah, really nice, because you've got this drive here which you can push to get like quite a lot more out of it in terms of distortion and things like that. So yeah, that's the delay. We've got this Murph box, which is pretty cool. So I think this will work nicely on like beats and things like that. So if you drag it onto this channel here, so like that. So without, right. We just transform loops into something a bit more interesting. Try it on this one as well. So yeah, and that's really cool. Just experimenting with them, really. That's this here down the bottom is like, so you can cut out certain frequencies. You change the pattern there. That's your envelope, obviously. So yeah, good fun to play with. This Freak box as well it's also an interesting little tool. I mean, you could just do all sorts with this. And say if you combine that with the delay as well, you can start to stack them and have little. So if we were to say, yeah, it's quite hectic, so you've got to find ways to control them. But that really brings it out in the mix, that delay. Then you got this Freak box here. So without the processing. Really good stuff. Then we've got this cluster flux, which is also really cool. So that is wicked. This is probably the one that I will use the most. So yeah, the cluster flux is great. And then finally you've got this saturator as well. So you can just sort of really push things through this. So your drums, what we could potentially do actually for this one is we will group this, 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 and this. We'll show all the drums, group tracks. Then we will place saturator on the drum group. We will solo it and see what that does. Wow, really. That's called drum fill. Let's see what else we've got. So that is a really nice saturator, you know. That's adding loads of character to these drums. Obviously we are clipping, we're going way above the -16. Let's get the volume right. So yeah, if we're sort of around there, you can hear what it's doing. Just adding some extra harmonics in there, sounds great. So that's a little walk through how the plugins look and what they all do. What I want to do now is start to use them creatively to build a little loop. So let's start a new project and let's see what they're capable of in like the context of making a tune. So let's knock out a loop. So I'm going to start by just getting a nice drum loop going on. Whoops. Something like that. Let's get our own kick in there. So I'm not really going to be going into too much depth, but I just want to get a little loop and just see. I'm experimenting with these plugins basically now just to see what they're capable of. So yeah, good to show you guys as well. Right, let's just get a kick in there, and we are good to go. We'll start adding some synth elements, I think. So I'm gonna go ahead and kick. So let's get a bass line in. So for this we'll just use sub boom. If you haven't got sub boom bass, I would recommend it massively. I know people often ask for like recommendations of what VSTs to buy. This is a big one. Get something like that. Proper chuggy bass like that. So let's well, nice.
obviously we need to start getting some other elements in there now. So what I want to try, because I think that what's going to be really good with these Moogerfooger plugins is getting some like loops, percussion loops and things like that, running it through those. So let's try and see if we can do that. So this add-on groove's got loads of stuff like this. So what I want to do is get this through and make some right weird stuff. So that cluster flux is really good. Really brings stuff out in the mix. Now let's get some synths and let's just mess around with the delay, I think. So let's get the delay on there. Maybe try. So I'm not feeling the Predator. Let's just get something else. Yeah, that's the Monopoly. Ah. Okay. Well, that's really nice. That delay's wicked, so. Well chippy. Swallow it. Such a good little set of plugins, really. There's lots that you can do with them, so that's just a little taster. If you've used them before or you found a good way to use them, let us know. I'd definitely recommend trying these out for 7 days and seeing how you get on. yeah, I hope that's been useful, and yeah, good luck exploring them if you get a chance.